My classmate who I've been talking to went back to her cheating ex because he proposed. Do I still have a chance or should I forget it?
So if she's going back to a guy that cheated on her, probably she's got some self-esteem issues and she's making excuses for his behavior. And she probably earnestly believes that the guy has changed and he won't do it again, but he probably will. And you should just look at that, and you should be trying to date somebody who's ready, willing, able, and open to dating you, not trying to be Mr. White Knight and put your personal life on hold in hopes that this girl who put up with a lying, cheating boyfriend is, eventually going to get away from that guy and you're going to have a perfect relationship with her. Typically, women that stay with and men for that matter that stay with cheating partners, they typically have a low self-esteem, a low self-worth, and they don't really value themselves, and they oftentimes blame themselves. They feel they deserve it or they attracted it into their life, and so they blame, just like women that are in abusive relationships. Oh, maybe I shouldn't have pissed him off, or I shouldn't have done this, or I shouldn't have done that. And it's like when the same behavior happens over and over, it's obviously to them what they're used to. That feels emotionally normal. That's why they stay in it. And you tell this dude his whole attitude is being a white knight. Oh, I'm going to protect her. I'm going to save her from that horrible boyfriend. And he's probably sat there in class and listened to her on the phone for hours at night as she complained about that guy. And he's thinking, man, I'm making progress. I'm going to get my chance. She's going to be mine now. And then next thing he hears is, oh, I've decided to give Bob another chance. He proposed. And, oh, you've been such a great friend. And, oh, it's so wonderful. And he's thinking, oh, well, how long do I have to wait until she chooses me? And it's like, no, go date and sleep with women that are excited to be with you.
Yeah, it sounds like he says he's his classmate. He's been texting and hanging out with her or whatever.
He's trying to slide in there.
Yeah.
You say he's just a friend. He's trying to be the friend.
But if it was her ex and he's proposing, then she was talking to both of them at the same time, and you should definitely forget it. Like, just move on, because obviously she was talking to both of you at the same time and, rekindling stuff with her ex.
Yeah, more than likely he started pursuing her and then, over pursued her right back into the arms of the ex.
A part of her clearly isn't over the ex if she's going to be talking mad crap about him and then also texting him and having him around. And like, she's clearly stuck with what's familiar to her.
Well, she's projecting her fantasy of what she wishes her boyfriend would be, and she's completely ignoring the reality that he's lied to her and cheated on her. And when you give somebody another chance, you're just basically saying, hey, it's okay. I forgive you. You can do it again. And that's why, especially with women, they cheat on you and you forgive them. And then with this right circumstances, if she don't feel heard and understood, or you stop dating and courting her again, then, because you, in essence, trained her that that's okay, you'll forgive her, then she'll just do it again when her needs aren't being met. Just because the value system is different. She doesn't value loyalty. She doesn't value monogamy. She doesn't value keeping her word. She doesn't value keeping her commitment. Doesn't matter what she says, her actions communicate that she doesn't value it. So instead of trying to fix somebody or change them or get them to be what you want them to be, you got to see reality as it is and recognize that she went back to the lying, cheating dude. It's probably because she's got a low self-esteem. That means she's probably a little fucked up and doesn't think very highly of herself. And the guy should go find a girl that has her shit together, that comes from a good family, that wouldn't get involved. Because like attracts like, and people that tend to get involved with cheaters, oftentimes they tend to also be that way. Or maybe the relationship started from cheating. Maybe the guy she is with had a girlfriend when she met him, and then she was the other woman, and eventually he left his girlfriend for her, and then come to find out, because 95% of the relationships that begin with cheating typically end in cheating, because like attracts like, people that don't value loyalty are going to be drawn to one another because they're vibing at the same level. And so when they're not happy or their needs aren't being met, their attitude is like, hey, all's fair in love and war. You didn't do what you were supposed to do. I want my needs to be met. Now I want to be happy. And they'll go fuck somebody else. It doesn't matter what a good dude you are, or how good looking you are, or what a great father you are, or a great boyfriend. It's the liar and the cheater. That's they have a different value system than you.
It sounds like this was like the whole cheating and them breaking up. It sound like I'm just gonna assume this was like something that happened recently, because clearly she's still in like a very hazy state, and anybody that she'll try to go for, like, I just from the perspective that I'm seeing it is like she recently broke up with this dude or whatever the case may be because he cheated, and then she ends up talking to someone else to try to move on. That's actually gonna blow up in like his face and her face, because clearly she's not over the ex, and that's only
she ever stopped talking to the ex.
And it's gonna
thing
affect.
Is this guy was pursuing, and when you're involved with somebody that just had a divorce or in the middle of a divorce or they just had a breakup, you have to let the woman come to you. And what guys like, I can tell his mindset. Guys that behave like this, I can tell he's calling her, he's texting her, hey, are you okay? He's being that friend instead of being the fun, sexy, mysterious guy from class that when she texts him, he's like, hey, come meet me for a drink or whatever, come hang out. And he creates an opportunity for sex tap. Instead, he's like Mr. White Knight and probably giving her advice and thinking, when she sees what a good dude I am, she'll choose me over him. And that's not how attraction works.
Coming over and
it's gonna affect the relationship. If she moves on quickly with this guy, like, it's gonna affect the relationship. Like, I'm talking about like the viewer. It's gonna affect her relationship with him.
She needs
care. She needs to give herself the space.
Yeah, but at the end of the day, it's she's fucked up. She's giving a guy another chance. A woman that comes from a good family and dates a guy that cheats on her is gonna be like, that's it, I'm gone, and she'll never give him another chance. But women that typically come from broken homes, or they had a weak father, or they came from a family where there was cheating going on, that's normal to them, and so they'll make excuses for it and they'll put up with that behavior.